Well, welcome to our light chair yoga class. Like I said, I'm doing a series of three now because of teaching. I'm keeping the same mindfulness word for all my classes, which I have usually a slow flow chair and restorative. So next week will be a restorative delight class, or in a few days. Then we'll start with our new class, which is adventure. And there'll be a series of three for that. What you need to bring to your chair is you can bring nothing, but if you happen to have a fit elastic band, you can bring that for our warm-ups. You don't have to have it. It's not that necessary. I just kind of like it. I just ordered these and because I really like using these. They really add like some um, static uh, holes so that you're really then putting yourself in more of a holding pose with a little resistance, which really helps to build muscle strength. So if you have one of those, like I said, not necessary. Of course, your chair. And here we go. Delight, an approach of childlike innocence and freshness. Bring pleasure and enchantment to each relationship, event, and task of everyday life. And I will say, since I have been using this word now last week and then now for this week, I am trying to find delight in more things that I'm doing. So maybe it's a good thing that I'm using the word for three classes. Um, anyway, it kind of sinks in a little bit better. Our focus, if you're a beginner, even if you're intermediate, or recovering from a physical injury of some sort, you can't do a lot of normal yoga poses on the mat, but you can do them in the chair. Or even if you're in a wheelchair, you could do most of the things in this class. And if you could improvise for the other ones, because we are going to do a couple of stand-ups and do all of those from the chair or your wheelchair also. The class will focus on bringing strength and gaining some more flexibility to your body. Strength is always good. Flexibility is always good. So you can bend over and tie those shoes. Strength to get up and out of your chair if you need to. We're going to do tapping, which we did in the slow flow. Probably the slow flow people are not watching my chair class. And tapping is such a good, I'm trying to think of the word. It's such a good thing to have in your repertoire of helping you to relieve stress and anxiety because you can literally tap anywhere. Like you could be sitting at the doctor's office, maybe going to bring your blood pressure down because going there makes you nervous. You could just tap on your face, tap your neck, and people are just think, oh, she's nervous, but you're actually relaxing yourself. Tapping also stimulates the lymph nodes under the skin. So we'll do a lot around the armpits and then the groin area around the neck because that helps to build your immune system up. And if you start feeling sick or ill, start your tapping right away, especially up here on the thymus, where the thymus gland is at. That helps to stimulate your immune system. And let's see, it also is great for anxiety and stress, and it stimulates the blood flow. And when we do the face, I do my face every day with tapping because it's kind of like just giving myself a little massage, bringing that blood flow to the face, which helps to replenish the dead skin and stimulates all that blood flow. And there is little bitty lymph nodes underneath the skin, which doing tapping, or I have a granite roller that my daughter gave me that I roll on my face, which stimulates building collagen in your face. So want to try to stay young, right? The older you get, the more you try to stay young. When you're young, you don't think about it at all. You just have it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to get my little band. I'm going to come back here and bring my chair back. I do have a mat in front of my chair just because if I want to get a little bit more traction. I can't see there. Here we go. Yeah, this is a good distance, I think. My camera is sitting way over here, but I'm actually centered, so I'm just going to leave it right there. It kind of drives me crazy. I like everything centered very well. I'll straighten that up just a little bit. So let's start in our Tadasana pose. And like I said, if you are doing this class and you're in a wheelchair, just do the things with your arms and hands that we're doing while we're standing up. Well, when I stand up, my head's cut off. Shoot. Sorry about that. I'll have to raise it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So let's take our band, or if you don't have a band, you could just use a strap, like a rope strap, and just try to pull on it. So let's hold our hands out in front of us. And if you've been in any kind of physical therapy, you can use one of the bands that they have that's long, and you can tie that on a knot. So everyone has something they can use, or you can just do isometric stretching, which is what the band does. So I'm going to face my palms together. I'll come up here so you can see this. My arms are straight out in front of me, and I'm just going to bring them straight out. I'm really using that muscle strength. I don't know if you can see that muscle tightening up. I can't tell in this light that I have, but I can certainly feel it, especially right through here. So let's do 10 of these. I'll come back. Here we go. 1, and we're going to hold it for a brief second. In, out, hold, in, 3, hold, in, 4, hold, in, 5, hold, in, 6, hold, in, 7, hold, in, 8, hold, in, 9, hold, in. Oh, my arms are starting to really shake. Last one, hold it, and we're going to pulse. You can see the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Whew. I did forget to set my timer. And so now we're going to take our band and we're going to hold it. I've got my left hand around here. My right hand, I've got it in between my thumb and forefinger. And I'm just going to pull this. Well, I should turn this way. Pull this all the way back. And then I'm going to stretch it in and out. This one's not quite so hard. Gets a little bit in that tricep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then switch hands. So this is going to go in between my left thumb and forefinger. I'm holding this close to my chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay. Now, I'm going to bring this over my head. I'll back up so you can see me. Oh, actually, I have to sit down so you can see me. But if you want to do this standing up, of course you can. The hands are palms out. You can see that. Palms out. And we're going to bring it overhead and stretch it out. This is a medium band, and it's actually quite tight. because these are brand new, so I'm sure they'll loosen up as they go. So here we go. Out, 2, 3, 4. Really getting that tricep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. I know this is a chair yoga class and it doesn't look like I'm doing yoga, but I like to do a few warm-ups before we start the yoga. You should do warm-ups on any kind of exercise that you do. Now I'm going to take my band and place it around my ankles. So I'm going to, you can do it standing up, and we're going to take one leg out. Or you can do this sitting down with one leg out. Here we go. If we're standing, it also does a little bit of balance work. So my feet are stretched as wide as the band, but not stretching it. I'm actually going to turn my chair this way just in case I need a little balance help. And standing up nice and straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. To the left or to your right if you did the left leg first. 1, it doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because if you're looking at me and mirroring me, you may be doing the opposite side of what I'm doing. So just remember to do both sides. Now we are going to sit down. And we're going to do what's called in and outs. We're also going to do in and outs without the band a little bit later on. So I'm going to kind of hold on to my chair, sitting up nice and straight. I'm not leaning back into the chair because then you don't have good posture. So let me turn sideways so you can see how the back should be. I have a lot of room in between my chair and myself, and I'm sitting up nice and straight. I'm holding on the seat of the chair. I'm going to lift my legs up just a little bit. So this is going to be engaging our core strength, and you will lean back just a little to get your feet raised up, but I'm not going to lean back into the chair. Out, in, out, in, out, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, in, 9, in, 10, and hold it. And we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And that's enough of the band. Now we're going to get all of our joints warmed up. So I'm just going to start by rotating my wrist and one ankle. Wrist and one ankle. And reverse. I'm doing probably 6 to 8 circles each way. I'll count next time. Now I'm going to go to the other side, whatever that is for you. And I'm going to rotate my wrist and ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and reverse. 1, 2, I can't get my foot to reverse. 3, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 10 because I'm just used to counting to 10 when I do something, but that's okay if we lubricated that joint a little extra. Now we're going to do toe raises. 1, 2, just coming up on my toes. 3, 4, standing up straight, 5, 6, I'm trying to pause at the top, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now, let's go ahead and take a seat. My timer just fell over. And our first pose in the chair. Oh, almost my eye. Oh yeah, we're going to do our tapping. I like to get that done because it kind of sets the whole tone for the rest of the class. It's also good to tap before bed or when you're waking up in the morning. You can really get your brain functioning and awake before you rush off for your cup of coffee or cup of tea. I'm a tea drinker, so I like my tea in the morning, herbal tea, and some people love their coffee. So this will kind of help you get going. So we're going to take our fingertips where I got so into tapping there, and we're going to start on our feet. So this is why it's nice if you're in the chair that you can just really tap that foot with both hands. I'm tapping the top and the bottom of my feet. And that feels really good. Really get into the toes, all along the bottom. And then we're going to tap around that ankle. So we're doing a little bit of a forward fold here, which is good. Really tapping around the ankle because there's some lymph nodes there. Help to stimulate your lymphatic system, which carries all the junk out of your body into the bloodstream and then lets it pass out. Now we're going to come up on either side of our leg all the way up. Come back down on the back of the leg, up on the top. Really get around that knee, all around the knee and the back of the knee. And then I'm going to stand up for my quads, my thighs. I'm tapping all along the inside, all around the back, all around the front. I'm going to come around this groin area. Really tap. Nice. All in there. Get that whole immune system woke up. Get your lymphatics draining your lymph system. And now we're coming up to the stomach area. And I'm on the right side. I'm going to tap up here towards the rib. Right underneath my rib bone. Kind of go over to the side. And up around the diaphragm. All right underneath that rib bone. Maybe a little bit touching it. And normally we go left to right for the colon, but we're going to come down here and start on the left foot and then come back up to the midsection and finish the rest of the body. So on the foot again, both hands tap, tap, tapping away. Should feel really good. Your right leg or whichever leg you chose to tap first should feel really alive and stimulated, maybe even a little bit tingly from that blood circulation. And I'm getting around my bony ankles. I have hardly any skin on my ankles. Well, I have skin. I hardly have any flesh. It's just right down to that ankle bone. And then I'm coming up. Put my foot down so I can come all the way up on the calf. Tap down on the front. Come up on the back of the calf. My calves are sore. I did a bunch of toe raises with weights at the gym yesterday. It's kind of a cool machine. I'm tapping all around. Now I'm up here by the knee, but you sit and this weight comes across your legs and then you lift it up with your toes. And that was a big calf workout. I'm really tapping all around. Now I'm going to stand up for the rest of my thigh. Tap all the way up, all the way back to the knee, now onto the sides, all the way up in that groin area. Tap all the way down the back of the thigh. Up and really get in here. A lot of you don't realize, but you have some lymph nodes that they're not just right here on the groin. They actually are several inches below. So make sure you really get in there really well. Really tap that. Now we're going to tap for our colon health. So we're going to start down here right above this, your hip bone and below the ribs a few inches. So right in here is where a lot of the colon gets hung up. And we're going to tap up and around the rib cage, all through the diaphragmic area, back down through the left. I'm going right underneath that rib cage and then down here to the hip bone, the pubic bone. I'm going clockwise because that's how the colon works. It goes clockwise to eliminate. So you want to make sure that you're going clockwise to really get that colon going the right direction. Otherwise, you might cause yourself to get backed up just a tad. All the way around and down. I spend a little time on the colon. The colon is so important for your health. And then now I'm up here to the rib cage, and I'm just going to take it out to the side. And if someone else was doing this to me, I wouldn't be able to take it because it would be tickling. But if you're doing yourself, it doesn't tickle as much. I think because you can anticipate where it's going to hit when. Now we're going to come up all around the pecs, around the breastbone. Lots of lymphatics in here, or lymph nodes, sorry. And now I'm just going to tap with my right hand and come over here to the left and really tap all around that armpit. Just get in there. Don't leave any part of your body untapped. That's all good. Now I'm going to come down the inside of the arm. My arms are sore too because I added extra weight on some of my arm exercises this time. Some days I feel like, oh, I feel really strong. So I'll add more and then I'm like, yeah, I feel that now. But it's a good sore. It's not too much. And I'm tapping my palm. Now I'm going to flip my hand over, do the back side of my hand, come up the outside of my arm. And I'll go back down one more time. I'm really getting that back of the hand all the way up into his neck. Should feel good. Now I'm going to come back across, meet my left hand, take my right arm up, and tap all around that. I'll sit down so you can see me better. All around the armpit, into the pec area. I had an itch in my ear. Oh, I just read this other thing. We will do a vagus nerve cleanse. It actually felt really good. So I think I'll add that in today since we're tapping and releasing stuff that we want to get rid of. Now we're going to go all the way down the arm into the palm and the fingers, and then back up, and then around the outside of the arm. Tapping takes a little bit of time, but it's so well worth it. And if you are with someone, maybe you have a friend over or a partner over, or a child, because children like this too, you can, when we get to the back, tap each other's back. Otherwise, you're not going to get much done. You could take a hairbrush, should have brought the hairbrush in, and use it to kind of tap. And now go up around the neck. Now I'm going to take both hands and I'm going around the back and the neck. And this is where if you have your another soul next to you, even if they don't want to do the class, they will enjoy tapping. You just take turns. Now I'm coming up around this neck area. There's a lot of lymph nodes up in here. You know, when you get sick and your ears clog up and you swell like underneath the ear, those are lymph nodes that are swelling. And then come down right below the soft area on your neck. Get into that thymus gland, stimulate it. To your neck area for your thyroid. It's just kind of in this soft spot. Come back up. Now we're going to go all around the face, right around the hairline. Come down to the eyebrows. Circle around through the eye socket on the cheeks. Take one finger and tap right there where the nose meets in the middle of the eyes. It feels really good, especially if you have any sinus. It will sometimes release that sinus. And then just tap alongside the nose with your little one finger. And then take all your fingers and go along the cheekbone, all along the cheeks. Think about all that collagen you're making. Tap around the lip area. And then we're going to come back up and tap the head, all of the skull. This is a great one to do before you even get out of the bed because it'll wake you up. As soon as your alarm goes off, I don't have an alarm that I set anymore unless I'm up at a different time. Or the light wakes you up in the winter. I do have to set the alarm because it stays dark so long. But before you do anything, just start tapping your head and you'll be surprised at how awake you feel. And now we're going to start kind of bringing that to stillness. If there's any part of your body that you felt like you missed or need a little bit more, maybe the neck, the shoulders, and then shake your fingers out. Woo! And that's also a great exercise for your fingers. So there we go. We're done with tapping. That's a big part of the class today was the tapping. And now, and every time I do the tapping, I forget what we're doing next. We're gonna wake ourselves up a little bit, or kind of not wake up, but get more stimulated. We're gonna do some punches and kicks from our chair. It's gonna be same arm, same leg. So we're just going to sit up nice and straight. Don't lean back and get too relaxed. Nice and straight. Back is not hitting the back of my chair. Kick and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a variation of hand to big toe. Instead of trying to lean forward and do that, I want you sitting up straight and just doing the energy straight out, because when you do that, you should tighten all of the muscles. So we're doing a little strengthening. Here we go, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foot, flex that foot when you kick out. 6, don't be lazy, pull in your abs. 7, 8, 9, 10. That should have, you should have really felt all of the muscles working there. Your core, your legs, your arms, because you're stiffening out and holding it for just a second, clenching that fist, flexing that foot. If you weren't doing it that way, if you were just doing this, you're not going to get as much out of it because you need to be strengthening. For our next pose, so that's hand to big toe with a oomph. Oh, we're going to do our neck rolls. That's a nice one. Okay, so our neck rolls. Sit up nice and straight. And we're going to just bring the nose to the right side, center, and left. So inhale, exhale to the right, inhale center, exhale to the left. 1. Inhale center, exhale right. 2. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. 4. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. 5. I might have messed up on that count. Inhale center, exhale left. So we're going to do one more. Inhale center, exhale right. 5. Inhale center, holding those abs. Exhale left. This is a great one to keep that driving the car safe, so you can look behind you, because when you got your seatbelt on, you can't turn too far your whole body. You got to really turn that head around. Let's do some shoulder shrugs. So shoulders to ears. Inhale up. And exhale with an ah. Ah. Do 2 more of these. Inhale up, really. Tighten, be a turtle, put your neck in. And then you see something good to eat. And ah. One more. Inhale up. Turtleneck, turtleneck, turtleneck. Exhale. Come out of your shell. Yay. We're going to do some side twist, which I love side twist. Twists are so good for your body. So we're going to inhale the right arm up. Exhale it back to the back of the chair. And exhale the left hand to the right thigh and twist. Keep your torso and your hips forward. We're twisting from the waist up. If you're turning your whole body, you're not twisting. If your twist is more like this, if you do this daily, you'll get where you can twist a lot further around. Inhale center, exhale left. So that's left arm behind you, right hand on the thigh, and I kind of use this as a little leverage to intensify that twist just a tiny bit. Don't overdo it. We don't ever want to overdo something. And if something hurts, back off and try a different pose, or don't go quite as deep. You got to take care of your body. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. Ah, with a nice ah. This feels so good. One of my favorite yoga poses is side twist. Inhale center, exhale twist to the left, or whichever way you're twisting. Next, inhale center, and we're going to Now do a side stretch. That was a twist. Now we're going to do a stretch. So we're going to inhale the left arm up and exhale as you just tip yourself to the side. Try to keep your back straight. It's just tipping over, stretching through this nice side from the armpit all the way down to your waistline. Inhale up. I'm going to turn this way so you can see my back. Exhale to the left. Really nice and straight. It's hard with this back of the chair is in my way, but you get the idea. We're not doing this or this. We're not doing ballet. We're doing a simple side yoga stretch. Inhale up. I'm going to face back to the center because that's uncomfortable with my arm on hitting the back of the chair there. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, over. Inhale up. Exhale, over. I tell my kids not to call me. They're the only ones that can get through. Inhale up. She probably didn't read her text. Exhale, over. Inhale up. And last time, exhale to the left or whichever way was your opposite. Sorry about that interruption. Inhale up. They're coming over today for lunch, so it might be something about lunch, but I already told them what to bring and what time to be here. Okay, now we've done our neck rolls. Oh, we didn't do chin to chest. We did our side stretches. Okay, let's do our chin to chest. For our neck, we didn't finish all of the neck. I just was so excited about moving on to the twist because those are my favorites. So we're going to take our chin, put it down to our chest. Don't compress it too far because you don't want to overstretch the seven cervicals up in that neck. Always treat your neck with respect. And then we're going to inhale up. Just a slight raise of the chin, like I'm just bringing my eyesight where the ceiling and the wall meet. And I'm not going back too far. Turn this way and you can see. It's just a gentle one. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And as you heard the tune on that, that's my oldest brown-eyed girl. Inhale up. Center. And we're going to do some neck swings. So with our chin slightly down, we're going to swing it to the right. This gives a little bit different stretch, a little bit more in that neck. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. And this really shows me how tight my neck is. Inhale center one more time. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale right. Left, sorry. And then inhale to the center. Now we're going to take our hands and do a little neck massage, which now that you've kind of stretched that, I like to massage because a lot of times I've loosened the vertebra up, and then when I get into this massage, I can release a lot of that tightness. I like to take my thumbs and I press it into where it's very tight and just do some gentle rotations with my neck. Feels super good. Okay. And then I always do a little shoulder pull on that muscle. Feels very nice. I'm grabbing my fingertips down into my back, going under my shirt, and then I just keep my hands tight and lower my elbows down so it pulls my hands all along up until my fingertips are on my collarbone. That's my technique for that little mini back massage. And we're going to do our spider fingers. Oh, no, first we're going to do our moving feet in and out. And then we're going to do spider fingers. Let me move that up. And we did this, remember, with the band, if you had a band. And if you don't, now this is really an easy one to do. So we're going to keep our elbows pressed into our side. Our hands are palms facing each other. And I'm going to lift my feet up and take them out and in. 2. Really stretch out as far as you can for that nice groin stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. And the reason why I like to do it without band also is because you can get your legs out further for that groin stretch. Whereas when you're doing with the band, it's more strengthening. This is more stretching. And if you're very tall, you may have to have your feet out kind of like this. There's a guy in my chair class, I think he told me he's 6'5". And sometimes he sits on 2 or 3 chairs. And because if he doesn't, his legs are so long, he can't really do much. He needs a big Papa Bear chair to sit in instead of a regular one like this, because his legs are way too long. Okay, now we're going to do our spider fingers. This is a yoga pose that really isn't done very often, but you're going to take your fingertips, come up here so you can see. And I've got my fingertips together, and I'm going to have my elbows straight out, and I'm going to press my fingertips as hard as I can together. And I'm going to hold it that way for spider fingers. This helps to build strength in your fingers. And then release, press, and hold. Really press, and my elbows are straight. My fingertips are really pressing, and release. And number 3, press. We're going to do this 5 times. So you should really feel it all through the arms too, because you're really using that strength of the arms, building strength in your fingers, and release. And press. If you have arthritis, this is a great pose for your hands. And release. And then shake your hands out. Do a little massage. Take your fingers. Remember the old nursery rhyme? Well, we did it this way. Here's the church, and there's the steeple. Open it up, and there's the people. Woo! Anyway, just to kind of work that strengthening that we did. Especially if you have arthritis, this will feel really nice. If you have arthritis, I may only do 1 or 2 spider fingers to start with. Because the more you move them and strengthen them, the better the arthritis will get. And then shake your fingers out like you're flicking water. Like you go in the bathroom and they don't have paper towels, so you have to flick. Unless you have on jeans and you can wipe it on your pants. Okay, after spider fingers, we are going to do some cat-cows. And then we're going to do some of our seated shoulder series. So, I like cat-cow. This is a good break. Sit nice and straight. I've got my hands resting on my thighs. I'm going to sit up just a little bit so I can really stretch into my cat. We're going to inhale into cat, really taking that back bend or that back into a nice roll over. Exhale into cow, a mini back bend, so to speak. Inhale cat. Exhale cow. Inhale cat. And let's hold it here for a little bit longer. And don't hold your breath though, just breathe normally while we're here. Really stretching the whole vertebra, expanding it, opening it up in between the vertebrae. If you have any muscles or ligaments that are tight, this will have to kind of loosen them up. It's kind of like stretching them out. And then on your next exhale, go into cow. And cow compresses them back down, especially in the mid to lower back, because it is like a back bend, which is also good for your back to do both ways. And then just come to neutral. And let's do a couple of shoulder rolls back. 1, or we're going to do 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that feels really, starting to feel really loose. Loose as a goose. Now we're going to do our shoulder series. Let me see which one I put down. There's several that I do. Oh yeah, we're going to do with the inverted arms this time. Okay. So we're going to do the forward fold, arms up overhead, and then the side stretch with inverted arms. So there's a lot of different series on yoga that you can do, but this one has inverted hands. I said arms. So we're going to put our hands together like we're clasping them. We're going to invert them so that our palms are facing out and our fingers that are interlocked are facing our face. So I'm sitting not on the edge of my chair, but about the middle of it. If you're a larger person, you might have to sit more further back, but I need to sit a little further closer. So we're going to inhale and exhale as you come into a forward fold, but we're not going to go all the way over because we've got these hands here that we want to keep straight out. So this should keep your back like at a slight angle up. And we're going to inhale as we raise the arms up and exhale them down. Inhale up, exhale down, really stretching those shoulders. Really try to push the hands as far away from your body as possible. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time, inhale up and exhale down. And then we're going to forward fold all the way down as far as you can. Release your hands so that I now have my hands on my feet. You may not be as far down as I am. You may only still be here, depending on your body structure and the flexibility of your muscles, but just keep trying and you will get further down. And if you have high blood pressure, don't bring your head below your heart. That's very important. You don't want to get dizzy. So I'm just here in this forward fold, and then we're going to do a variation. If we were in child's pose on the floor, it would be called child's pose with a stretch. So we're going to take our spider fingers and we're going to walk them over to the right as we feel that nice side stretch in our forward fold. And then take your spider fingers back to the center. Do a nice inhale and exhale as you walk to the left. Left to the left, and right hand follows like spiders. This is another great stretch. And if you do child's pose on the mat, I love this one. Walk your hands to the center. We're going to inhale up with our cat back and then come to neutral. Do that one more time. It's a forward fold child's pose. So let's inhale our arms up and exhale over into our seated child's pose. Inhale and exhale as you walk spider fingers to the right. Keep your booty on the chair. If you're raising your booty up to get over, you're not getting the full benefit of that side stretch. Inhale to the center. Exhale, walking fingers to the left. Couple of breaths here. And then inhale center. And then inhale up and your cat back and roll your shoulders back over into neutral. That should have felt really nice. Okay. Now that was a little break from our shoulder steps and your fingers, because I think we all need a little break. So we're going to, again, clasp the fingers together and invert them. Inhale them straight up in the air. And then we're going to inhale, raising them up as high as you can, and exhale as you lean over to the right. Gentle side stretch with inverted hands. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Just gives a little bit different pull than if you have one arm coming down. Inhale up. This is just a variation. Exhale to the right. Also creating some flexibility in those hands that may be a little arthritic or stiff. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Whew, and it also really stretches through that tricep area of your arm this way too. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. This is our last one. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. And release your fingers. Let your arms come down as you exhale. The shoulders shrug back. Got 3 of them. 2, 3. Maybe you need to, let's give ourselves a big hug. So inhale, arms apart, and exhale as you hug and give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe up through the shoulder. We're doing a lot of shoulder work here. Being nice to our shoulders here, patting them. Inhale, exhale, cross the other hand on top. Nice big hug here. This is our break. We did seated child's pose on the other break. Now we're doing hug ourself pose and a little pat. Good job. Everybody say good job to yourself. And then bring that to stillness. Woo. So after our shoulder, we're going to do, let's see. Oh, I skipped one. Still got another one. So let's bring our hands into prayer position. So we've got hands in prayer, elbows out. We're going to inhale. Keep your elbows bent. Bring it over your head. Ooh, really bend and exhale down. All the way. Inhale up. Moving prayer hands. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And just because at this point I feel like I need a little twist, we're going to keep our prayer hands and we're going to inhale and exhale as we twist to the right with our prayer hands. This wasn't on my paper, but I feel like I should follow up with this. Inhale, center, exhale to the right. Sometimes my body just screams out, please do prayer hand twist right now. Inhale, center, and it's amazing because my whole back is adjusting itself, so I did need this. Inhale, exhale to the right. I got a lot of adjustment through there. I must have really loosened some of those muscles. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. That's what, if you are doing your practice and your body says, oh, I need to do this instead, do it because your body is telling you what it needs at that time. And since I don't know what your body needs, I'm just put a class together, and hopefully if you know something different of the poses that you need to do it. Maybe you need to stretch one arm out or something. So go for it. It's your practice and your body. Make your body happy. Be a delight to yourself. There we go. Let's use our mindfulness word. Now we're going to do our seated heel and toe raises. And I'd like to do the seated heel and toe. We did the toe raises standing up, but if we're doing it seated, you're not worrying about your balance. And this is a great way to regain flexibility in your ankles and add a little bit of strengthening also in the ankles. So we're going to do a little stretching, and we're going to inhale the toes up as high as you can. Exhale the feet down to neutral, and inhale the toes up in the air. I should have said the heels up. Now the toes are up. You can see my toes they come up. They don't come up as far as the heels come up because our feet don't really bend that way naturally. And then return that to center. Inhale, heels up. This time I'll say it correctly. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, toes up. And a lot of times, especially as we get older, we're just holding it here for a second. The reason why you trip is because you've lost that flexibility in your ankle and your feet are shuffling instead of moving. And then return to center or neutral. Inhale, toes up. Really get those heels up. I'll turn this way. You can see, like, I've got high heels on. If you wear high heels, stop. It's very bad for your whole body, everything. And then inhale down to neutral and exhale those toes up. See, they don't come up as far because the feet just don't bend backwards, but that's part of keeping that nice gait so you don't trip. Inhale to neutral. I think we've done 5. We're going to try to do 10. I'm going to start counting instead of talking. Inhale, toes up. 6. We're just going to start with halfway. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, toes up. Just hold it. And then exhale to neutral. Inhale, heels up. 7. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, toes up, and just hold it. Oh, I'm starting to really, I think I'm going to have to go take a nap before everybody comes over. Inhale to neutral. Inhale, heels up, 8. Got 2 more, which it'll feel like a lot more because we're doing a toe and a heel raise. Inhale, toes up. So that will be 4 more each side. Inhale, neutral. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, toes up. And that was the last one. Shake your feet out. And we're going to inhale the right leg over um, the right ankle over the left thigh for our seated pigeon pose. If you want to just stay right here, if you have knee issues or hip issues, you can cross at the ankle, at the shin, or you can bring it all the way up. You choose, yogi's choice. And then our other choices are you can lay the hands on top of the leg, which then adds a little bit of weight to the leg. Don't push. I'm just resting. I'm not pushing. And it's amazing how much that stretches the side a little bit more. Now for the second option, or the third option, because no hands. Third option is the same leg that is on top. Take and reach that arm out as you lean forward for the full stretch of that glute, sciatic. If you have sciatic trouble, this is your pose to go to. Your QL, your piriformis, and your SI joint. All of those are in there. And then inhale up. Place the right foot down and inhale the left ankle over the right foot. On this one, I have to have it more on my shin because my meniscus. So I put a little pressure here. And then I'm going to inhale and exhale the left hand out as I bend for that stretch. Inhale up. And bring your foot down. Now you can sit back in your chair and relax. I want you to close your eyes down. Just have your hands wherever they feel the most comfortable. I'm just going to have them here in my lap. And I'm sitting up nice and straight. And I'm going to take you through a 4-count breath. It's different from 4-count box breath. 4-count breath is you breathe in through the nose, exhale through the nose to the count of 4. No holding. It's a pretty simple breath, but it's so relaxing. It's a great way to end. Think about your word delight. Think about what felt good today, what didn't feel good. Try to avoid those poses or build up to them in the future. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 And relax. Have a little mini Shavasana. Take any last minute stretches or full deep breaths or whatever that you need to bring your yoga session today to an end. Start fluttering your eyes open. And of course, you can stay seated. I should have said if you wanted to, you could lay down on a mat or really relax. So I hope you enjoyed our Delight chair yoga class. I always feel better after I do it. I like chair yoga myself, even though I can get on the mat. So it's very beneficial, even if you can get down, to do some chair poses, because it puts a little different perspective, a little different stretch. So it's good for everything. And if you're working in an office, you can take some of these back to the office and do them in your chair. If you're getting tired, especially, do that tapping and some stretching. So I'm going to read our quotes. Laugh a lot, hate less, love much, and enjoy every moment. And I got these quotes from a site called brightside.me. They had some really cool quotes in there. I come across a lot of things. Sometimes when I put things in, something new pops up. So I really enjoy that, looking at new sites of great quotes. And then I couldn't decide between this and another one, so I'm going to read the other one. A happy person is one who delights in everything and envies no one. Just think about that. If you delight in everything and everyone and you don't envy anyone, you've got to be a happier person. So let's rub our hands together, bringing love, joy, peace, and delight into our heart center. And I honor the delight in you and ask that you honor the delight in others. Namaste. I will see you next time with the delight restorative poses, and I hope that you'll enjoy them. So, ta-ta for now. See ya later.